decisions. Very much. I don't know why every single night I'm like, yeah, let's get up super early tomorrow, blah 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 blah. Like when I know that it's just gonna, like I'm gonna hate myself the next morning. But here we are, I'm going to do weights. I really don't want to be, but I'm doing it with my friend, so obviously I can't just not turn up. So yeah. So here I am heading off to rowing. Mem Court is just so pretty, especially in like the morning when the sun's rising. Ah, it's beautiful. Here's some fancy schmancy shots of a sleep-deprived me getting her bike out. And then we finally made it to the river. So basically for rowing, we get set land training every week to do in our own time. Usually it's a couple of ergs and a couple of weight sessions. So that's what I was doing here. So Clare College does have a small gym, but it's in a separate part of the college around 10 minutes from where I live. So it's easier for me to just go to the boathouse. If you want to see what I actually do when I do weights, I talked through my whole routine, if you want to call it that, in a previous vlog. So I'll link it below if you want to give it a watch. So then I was done and mildly happy because of all of the endorphins. I headed off to my 9 AM lecture. So I got there quite a bit early, so I got some coffee from a cafe that's adjoined to our lecture theatre. Then after the lecture, on a few days in the week, we have a 2-hour break before our next lecture rather than a practical. So we headed off to the physiology library and I typed up some notes from that lecture which we had this morning. Then we did the short cycle over to our next lecture at 12, after which I headed straight back to my room. Welcome back to my humble abode. I'm back from my contact hours. I am going to be productive. I am about, I think, halfway through my notes from NHB this morning, and then in my bod lecture I was making notes, so I think I'm about halfway through those as well. So I'm going to finish both of those off. I've had a coffee, I think it's worn off, so now I'm going to have another coffee, but that's okay. I only got like 5 hours of sleep or something, so not surprised. And then tonight we're doing a medic meal. Or we're just gonna order food and sit and eat it. But you know, that's like the highlight of excitement at this point in my life. So yeah. Okay. I had a lunch break which turned into a bit longer of a break than I was expecting, not gonna lie, but I was watching Mako Mermaids, it's a childhood throwback, don't judge me, and eating the very healthy option of Percy Pigs. Now that I have procrastinated about half of my life away and it is hailing outside, let's go to the library, shall we? So here I am heading off to the library. Our college library is conveniently literally a 1-minute walk away from where I lived this year, so really I have no excuses. And fun fact, it's called the Forbes Mellon Library, which ironically shortens to FML. Just gonna leave that one there. So this day I worked on typing up notes for my pathology module. At this point we were on the bacteriology series. And yes, here I am in the bathroom, just letting you know that I'm losing my mind. I'm actually quite proud of myself. I have managed to type up 3 entire lectures today. Woohoo! Last night we ended up staying and talking with the medics till midnight. And then I didn't get to sleep until I think probably 2 AM. So I am exhausted. I feel really sick. This morning I did some coaching for the women's third boat since I was one of the women's lower boat captains this year. And then this is a shot of King's from the front of Old Court where we headed after our midday lecture for a 1:30 pharmacology supervision. Heading off to the boathouse again for the second time. Don't be deceived, it is now the evening. I'm going to do weights again. I was going to do an erg, but it only just got put up just now, I think, and I've mentally prepared myself not to do it, so I'm not doing it. Don't be deceived, this was just a warm-up that I did on the erg. I did then proceed to do a weight session again, peak my awful form on here. And then around an hour and a half later, I was finished and my hair actually looks amazing. Wow. I thought I'd give you a quick roundup of my day. I had a lecture for human reproduction, then I had a human reproduction practical, then I had a pharmacology lecture, then I had a pharmacology supervision. I have about 50 minutes before my neurology supervision, so I'm gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go over some neurology. She finally did her laundry, ladies and gents. Round of applause. It only took me pretty much running out of clothes to do it, but ah well. I low-key miss living there. You can't see anything, but I used to live in that modern block. Honestly, at the time I didn't appreciate it, and now I'm like... So whilst I was waiting for my laundry to be finished, which I definitely put it on all way too late, I just sorted through some of my papers and I put them into the correct sections of my folder for each module. I just did so much cleaning. Obviously all my clothes are gone, I put them away and in the laundry. All of my dishes are washed. There was like a massive stack of every single dish I own. And yeah, like it's just so clean except my desk, but we don't talk about that. It's the next day, so today rowing really overran, so I decided I would go through that morning's lecture in Starbucks instead whilst caffeinating up. And then at 10 we had a pathology practical, so here's the cloakroom. These path practicals tend to finish early, so we went over to a cafe in the physiology building afterwards. On this day, we had a 2 p.m. reproduction lecture, so during lunch we just went to the library as there was no point of going back to college in between two lectures, so I worked on notes for the pathology lecture that we had had that afternoon. I feel so dead. Honestly, Wednesdays, Tuesdays, Thursdays are like too long. Here I am being a culinary queen and cooking up some pasta sachet thing for dinner, and then I got ready for the rare occasion that is Magda going out. Honestly, I really only ever go out like 3 times per term in a good term, so I'm now ready to go out. Honestly, it's such a process and it's literally not worth it, but this is the outfit. I'm wearing my jeans again because they're just so comfy. And this like pink top. I've got my wine. And yeah, I'm gonna go to Pre's with medics and then go out. Hopefully we won't stay out too late because I'm exhausted. Can confirm we did not get back early on this night. So the next morning I didn't actually wake up in the morning, but that's okay. Good afternoon, everybody. So I've achieved nothing today. I literally got out of bed at like 12, half 12, and now I'm heading off to a practical. I'm gonna walk there and not cycle because I feel like I don't walk enough and it's better to just clear your head and whatever. The whole plan of walking fell apart when I realised that I left way too late to like have a leisurely walk, and I can't be bothered speed walking, so I'm just gonna cycle there. Here is the anatomy building where we had our head and neck and neuroanatomy practicals this year. And then this is an overview of Downing site where we have most of our contact hours. And after the practical, we went to McDonald's. I've returned from my adventure in the neuroanatomy practical. I have a super at 6, and she gives us worksheets, and apparently the one that they had yesterday, like everyone was just sat there and had no idea what to write. So I'm just gonna read over a little bit just that I kind of know vaguely what it's going on about. I was on my way to my supervision, but I thought I'd show you Old Court in the dark because honestly it looks so pretty, except for the scaffolding, but we don't really talk about that. So of course I had rowing again on Friday morning. What's new? And this is just a clip coming out of our pathology practical. We have 2 of these a week. And this is the pathology building from the outside. Everywhere seems to have scaffolding up at the moment. I had rowing, I had a lecture for neurology, and then I had a pathology practical. Honestly, I'm very proud of myself with like how on it I've been in those practicals. So I sit on the computer and type, and my partner usually does all the like practical bit. By like practicals, we have like 2 things that we mainly do. At the moment we're doing bacteriology, so we gram stain, and like sometimes there's these little mini side practicals where it's literally just like put something on a piece of like paper or something and then it'll go this color. But we get like long sheets, and like obviously we're gonna have to memorize what all the bacteria look like on plates and stuff, so I type everything up. And that means that by the end of the practical, like I've got a whole set of notes and I don't have to make them afterwards. And honestly, I don't know why I didn't think of this last year, because it's just so useful. So I saw this when I was walking past, and I think I remember Elena talking about this, and I'm really intrigued because she said it's like addictive and really nice. So we're gonna do a bit of a live taste test. That is so good. I should not have tried this. This is not good. Oh no. Watch me have this like every day. We have 2 essays. Yay. Can't wait. And also I have some MCQs, and I have so many lectures to catch up on and like make notes on. It's kind of bad. I went to bed for a bit because it was really cold by my window because all the air blows in, of course, and then I fell asleep. So I've had a 5-hour nap. Yeah, I was really tired, to be fair, but it's just a bit ridiculous at this rate. Well, don't I look funky? I decided to get up and try and like make the most of the rest of the time that I have. This is my gourmet meal of the evening. Honestly, editing these vlogs back has made me realise how badly I eat at uni. I'm excited to try it, and I'm also watching Tatty and Rachel. I actually then did some work this evening, so I was editing some older pathology practical notes. No longer in the EU, folks. I have got to do loads of work. No napping for me. And then I kind of want to go outside, like on a walk or something. I don't know, our outing was cancelled because it's so windy outside. So Saturday was a bit of a lazy day, but also kind of productive. Here I was doing some questions for my pharmacology supervision, which were due the next week. I think these were on pharmacokinetics, so kind of calculations, how quickly drugs go through the body, etc, etc. I'm doing these pharmacology MCQs, honestly, they're really not going that great. And finally, we make it to Sunday. So I started off the day by getting my life a little bit in order, cleaning up my room, doing dishes, etc. This morning is an exciting one because my parents are coming. I'm so excited. I thought we'd dress it up a little bit. Today I am indeed wearing a skirt. They're here. My sister was forced to come and visit me this time, and she is
You need to squat because you're too tall.
My family usually come to visit me once a term. We kind of have a bit of a routine whenever they do come, so we tend to walk around Cambridge a little bit, and we always end up in Costa getting coffee. I thought I'd show you around a little bit since I rarely film just being out and about, mainly because I never really explore Cambridge myself, which is actually quite sad. So that was King's College. Then this is the famous Corpus Clock. I'm not sure why it's famous, but loads of people always get photos with it. And then that's Corpus Christi College itself. I thought this building was just really funky. It's the Judge Business School. And then this is Parker's Piece, which is basically just a field. It's where the Freshers' Fair is actually held each year.
We're in John Lewis, as per usual, throwbacks to first year. I thought they came here to spend some quality time with me, but they're looking at coffee machines, so... I've been ditched. I've just edited the last vlog of last Michaelmas, which is ridiculous because I've been here for a month already, but at least this will go up. And unfortunately, I have realised, I checked my emails, thank God, to have a look at all my super work, and then I noticed that the pathology supervisor had sent through some work that I just hadn't looked at the email. And it turns out I have an essay and a bunch of MCQ questions due Wednesday. I think this could quite possibly be the worst multiple choice thing I have ever done in my history of doing these, but at least it's done. Honestly, I had no idea what half the answers were. I was literally just guessing. But that's done. So now I'm going to do pathology MCQs, and then hopefully go to sleep because I'm tired. Here I am working at my pathology multiple choice questions. They were indeed on bacteriology. Yep, you guessed it right. I actually managed to finish all of them in one evening, which I was quite proud of, but it did mean that once again, I didn't go to sleep until quite late. So yeah, that's pretty much a week in my life at uni. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!